First of all, these 4 journalists decided to put Mahama down and dissect him proper. Remember, he said, he's praying for Nigeria so that they will not be running here. Remember that? So these 4 journalists decided to put him down and dissect him. You all remember the lady in the middle, this one here? She's the one that said she's too talented for Ghana. Yeah, she's a Ghanaian.
This man can never ever do any wrong in my eyes. I don't know why certain Nigerians are pissed off at the speech he gave. Listen, he said he's praying for Nigeria to get our shit together, so we don't want Ghana. Did he lie?
I think we don't see, say, we Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians, we deserve what they happen to us for that country, and we deserve what the government they do us. We really deserve them. TVC news, so you don't see any other news to carry. You don't see other news to carry. You go to reply President Mahama, President of Ghana, who give now the audacity, the effrontery to reply with him talk.
Guys, I keep saying it here that some Nigerians, I think they are, misinterpreting what the president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, said. And a lot of them are taking it out of context, saying a lot of negative things about the president of Ghana. In fact, some Nigerians were just being so disrespectful when they were narrating what the president said. But he just said it out of, concern for a country. And this is a time for Nigeria to get their act together, so that other countries cannot be able to interfere in your matters. If you don't want people to talk about your country, try and get your act together, just like the way the president of Ghana has earlier mentioned. But I'm going to be sharing a couple of videos of Nigerian TV presenters, what they have to say concerning this issue. Some Ghanaians were not actually happy about what they said, and some were actually saying, oh, what they said actually makes sense. And they are also trying to tell Nigerian government to do the same thing and make their country work. But guys, let's take a look at this video. As you're watching, don't forget to like the video, share and subscribe.
He also acknowledged a strong historical and cultural ties between both countries. But his message was clear. When Nigerian shakes, the Ghanaian region feels it. And so do you think that this was genuine concern, or is it a hard truth that Nigeria perhaps needs to confront? Let's have a look at what you had to say about this on social media. Charlie? Maegun of the Source says, we appreciate the prayers, but let's be real. Nigeria is an engine. When we move, the whole continent feels the vibration. We don't run, we expand. Even with our challenges, Nigeria's economy still influences the entire region. We'd rather fix our home and keep the doors open for our neighbors, as we have always done. Patriotic. Jackie UTD says, they are telling us to secure our country, or else Ghana is not ready to accommodate Nigerians. Finally, Emmanuel Jacob says, South Africa is pushing back. Now Ghana is stepping into, and yet we still act like we're exempt. The world is paying attention to our migration struggles, not our strengths. And we still think that leaving is the only answer. It is time we start building and fighting for Nigeria instead. I second that. And the size of Ghana, should anything happen. Etoma, dissect this for us.
Well, the Pan-African dream is still a dream. It's not a reality. So each country stands alone. And what the president of Ghana said connotes that Nigeria is so troubled that maybe we'll have to degenerate into civil strife, because the kind of migration he is saying he's afraid of happens when there's a war, But Nigeria, here we are saying that the ADC should put their acts together, and we have the president of Ghana saying that Nigeria as a whole should put its act together. Well, Mr. President, we are not anywhere near a war, so that kind of migration, I don't think it will happen anytime soon.
All right, if you ask me, I'm not going to speak for many bias because you guys already know my affiliations with Ghana, but what President John Dramani Mahama was basically trying to say is, we should fix Nigeria rights. Now, I tell you, this is a man that has a lot of ties with Nigeria. I mean, his best friends with Mr. Dele Mahmoud. Just before the election, in Ghana, he was in Nigeria to meet big wigs in Nigeria. He met with Adenuga, a couple of, Nigerian big wigs. He loves Nigeria. He's always spoken great about Nigeria. And even in Ghana, we are very accommodative to Nigerian. He's not saying that Nigerians don't come to Ghana, because of course it will happen. But what he's saying is that with the current insecurity, I was saying the other day, when I say all these insecurity stories on TV, my people call me back at home that, Ria, are you safe? Because they now feel like it's not just in the rural areas, it has gotten everywhere. So I get where he's coming from, that, we're hearing all the news, Jos Plateau, everything happening. So we need to fix, Nigeria, so that we don't have people rushing into Ghana. But not saying that people cannot come into Ghana, people cannot go out of Ghana, because he's a very big fan of Nigeria. So I know that that is truly what he meant. But social media will always twist it to something else. But John Mahama truly loves Nigeria.
Or rather, he acknowledges the fact that Nigeria is a giant. When Nigeria sneezes, every other country, not just within the Western bloc, every other country catches cold, and that's the reality. He knows that there are so many Ghanaians in Nigeria as they are in different other countries. And if anything happens in Nigeria, Ghana is just about 39 million persons. Nigeria is about 230 or more. So he knows that when people, the Ghanaians in Nigeria, when they come back to Ghana, it might be a problem because currently Ghana is not all rosy. Let's face the fact.
But it's getting better.
Yes. So as a matter of fact, even the supply, the energy supply, 5,000 megawatts, there's something they call dumsor in Ghana on and off.
But dumsor is off now. There's no dumsor
on and off. It's still been there. The issue of food security is still been there. Even Ghana CD to the US dollar, there's still food inflation is still very high. So he knows the trouble. If Nigeria does not stand strong to hold the Ghanaians in Nigeria, they don't want Ghanaians to come back and then they'll have much more trouble.
But just to add something really quick, Olamide, dumsor, there was an era where there was dumsor, but right now there's no dumsor in Ghana again. But also to state this fact, I need people to understand that this is not what he meant. He loves Nigeria. This needs to be put out there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, and if Ghana is truly, our cousins, family members tell each other the truth. What I enjoyed about this interaction is the fact that I saw Nigerians being very patriotic and defensive about our country.
Matter of fact, we saved Ghana when Ghana was in trouble.
Thank you so much, Chale Ibrahim. Thank you. Moving on into the world of social media, my favorite place to be. A video circulating.
First of all, these 4 journalists decided to put Mahama down and dissect him proper. Remember, he said, he's praying for Nigeria so that they will not be running here. Remember that? So these 4 journalists decided to put him down and dissect him. You all remember the lady in the middle, this one here? She's the one that said she's too talented for Ghana. Yeah, she's a Ghanaian, but she said she's too talented for Ghana, so she go to other country. You see this guy, this one. He spew a lot of rubbish that there is food insecurity in Ghana. There is this body nonsense when he talk. So this is them when they were discussing Mahama. You see, we have been telling our president, Mr. President, don't be giving comments about some nations or about any other nation. Concentrate on us alone. Solve our problems alone. Let us be your only priority. That's what we told our president to. But our president is scary, so he started speaking about all this. Oh, I'm praying for this country. So this and this and this. Hey, Charlie, Nigeria TV pundits clap back at President John Dramani Mahama over every day I pray Nigeria gets its act together. He argued that Ghana is not all that rosy as the president wants it to look, and the impact of Nigeria economy. Like the guy that appointed first, yeah, he's the one. When I was watching the video of them spewing what they were spewing, I didn't feel bad for our president. Because we told you to think about us. You are saying you are praying for somebody. So when they were saying all the things they were saying, actually did not feel any pity. So I hope that from now, Mr. President will just be talking about us. Oh, I pray for Ghana. I pray for this. I pray for that. You understand? If you don't want 1 million of them to come here, you can felicitate it. You know what to do, Mr. President. You understand? The one who pay me be this Ghana lady. This one. She is too talented for Ghana. Okay.
This man can never ever do any wrong in my eyes. I don't know why certain Nigerians are pissed off at the speech he gave. Listen, he said he's praying for Nigeria to get our shit together so we don't want Ghana. Did he lie? Even right now it's happening. Most Nigerians will choose to come to Ghana instead of going to Francophone countries because you do not hear a single word of French. You do not hear a single word of French. And the nearest English-speaking country is Ghana. Right? Well, did I feel some type of way when he said that? Like, you know what, make we come Ghana? I did. But he's not lying. And as a Nigerian who has lived outside Nigeria most of my life, I do pray for Nigeria to get better because there is no place like home. So those of you that are trying to make this a Nigeria Ghana, for this one, forget it. Person why they aspire to be a second wife, stop.
I think when I don't say we Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians, we deserve what they happen to us for that country, and we deserve what the government they do us. We really deserve them. TVC news. So you don't see any other news to carry. You don't see other news to carry. You go to reply President Mahama, President of Ghana, who given the audacity, the effrontery to reply with him talk. If a normal politician talk that thing for Nigeria, just ordinary politician, no, maybe say na president, maybe say na governor, just ordinary councillor talk that thing for Nigeria. Una go feel reply that person. Una go feel reply that person. President who they respect all over the world. Maybe say they even respect and pass our president self. Now they see as the reasonable president for Africa. Ghana president, now they see as a reasonable one. The one we get sense for Africa. Now una get the right to the reply in words. What did that man talk? Na batting. What did that man talk? Na batting. Maybe say the man wants good thing for Nigeria. Say he pray. Say one day Nigeria go wake up. Nigeria go be better. Na batting that man talk. Na batting that man talk. Is he say una waiting for that news and the crease? Una dey on colos. The important news we are supposed to carry for that country. See, there's a lot going on in that country. There's a lot going on in that country. It can't be like saying a content creator will not be for that news. The most important news we're supposed to carry for that country, you know, they carry on. Just because they fear government. All these places where very dark man they go, where they kill bandit, Boko Haram, English allergy, all those things where they see, where they go on around Nigeria. When they see them, not what you're supposed to they carry. Why would they make news if I don't want to carry the most important thing where they happen for Nigeria, the bad situation where they happen for Nigeria? When they carry for the news, now news be that. What you know concern when I go they pull.
I think at this point, Nigerians, get your act together. Get your shit together. If not, I am sorry, I don't know what's going to happen in the next years to come. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, share, and please subscribe to the channel.